Hi folks, thank you for watching. Welcome to my channel. So this is the Coco Lencho Raw channel, basically meaning that it's just a bunch of raw video of our Akiya renovation. If you wish to see a little bit cleaner and better video, please head on over to Coco Lencho Japan. So yeah, looks like I caught the workers out on a lunch break. I just arrived right now to drop off some tile to finish up the fireplace. And since the last I posted on this video, I should say this channel, there's quite a few changes. They have lifted up the cardboard off the wood floor, so please stay tuned. I'll be showing that in a minute. Light fixtures, working on the casita here behind me. Tomorrow is another exciting day because they're coming to install the kitchen unit. And then on the 3rd, they will be here to install the fireplace and then all kinds of other stuff going on here. So yeah, let me go ahead and walk through the house and show everyone the latest. Let's see. This is kind of starting from here actually. They completed the tile into the genkan, which is this tile right here. They've added basically another little step, and then that same tile follows into the genkan into right here, as you can see. Let me go ahead and retrieve my flip-flops. They also installed the shoe rack. Really nice, solid wood, unfinished, smells really nice, thick. This is the thickness right there. Adjustable shelves, smells really nice. All right, and I'm trying to balance here at the same time. You can see that the floors have been finally exposed. They've been covered this whole time. If you have watched my Coco Lencho Japan channel, you will see that we actually poured a concrete slab under all of this. I've watched other videos, renovations in Japan, and normally they will just put like a vapor barrier with some, I think like charcoal and some sort of rocks and stuff like that to absorb the moisture and humidity. That's perfectly fine, but Kayak-san, our builder, recommended that we should do this, and then it will last for many years to come. So it just did not make sense to me to do such an extensive renovation such as this, when we're pretty much everything inside is new, and the outside is the shell, and the outside is kind of the original. It's like putting cheap tires on a nice luxury car. Well, I'm not saying that this house is luxury, but on a nice car, right? So it just didn't make sense to me. So yes, more cost, but in the long run, I feel much better. Anyway, so sorry about that rambling there. So yeah, so light fixtures starting in here. They have turned on the electricity. I bought these light fixtures at Nitori, which is kind of a large chain here in Japan. As soon as I saw them, I knew exactly where I wanted them and the purpose for them. So right under that is where the couch will be, right in this area right here. And there will be a gap between the couch and the window. And then I also asked for the light switch to be right here so that I could just reach over and turn on the lights. And I wanted something just like that, orange, nothing bright. So just as you're sitting here watching TV, which would be right here on my left, and all the electrical and everything is running there for the TV. So yeah, it's kind of, I think it's nice and enjoyable. So and then as I'm sitting right here, this will be the view watching TV. And then another thing that Kayak-san installed, and right now it's kind of covered with this wood, is this really cool natural wood little TV stand right here. So yeah, I mean, nowadays TVs are slim and they'll go on there nice and easily. American TVs are a whole lot cheaper than Japanese TVs. So at the military installation, I'll be buying a nice size TV, and I want to get one that kind of fills in the whole thing. I'm not much of a movie guy or anything like that. Quite frankly, I get more out of YouTube channels than supporting other YouTubers. But still, I think it'd be look funny to have a small TV. Just have something big right there. And again, nowadays they're reasonable. So the fireplace, as I mentioned, is coming on the 3rd. I was short about, well, these tiles right here. And that's what I came over right now to, well, do work around the yard and to drop off that box so they can finish that. And we got the fireplace out of a local company there near Hiroshima. And again, the kitchen is coming tomorrow. Exciting, exciting. Over on Coco Lencho Japan, I talked about the different light fixtures and the purpose, but this one right, oops, that was behind me. That was the fan, but I still don't know exactly what to press to turn on what. But yeah, so the purpose for this, quite bright light with an integrated fan that oscillates, the middle part right there, is to, you know, kind of keep it nice and cool right here as we're cooking, right? So as soon as we saw that at the store, we said, yeah, that's what we need. And the same concept in here, in the pantry slash kitchen annex, like I've been referring to it based on the recommendation of a subscriber, and it really makes sense because a pantry is, you know, to put the not cosmetics, to put your condiments and stuff like that. But this is more multifunctional. It's going to have a small refrigerator in here. It's going to have a toaster, oven, and that type of stuff, rice cooker, bread maker, and that type of stuff. That's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different outlets in here for that specific purpose. But it will have a sliding door. Actually, it's integrated inside. So this is where the sliding door will go right here. So we can close it and we can hide our mess. Because I hate to admit it, but we are not the most organized people. Once we get going, there's stuff everywhere. And yeah, let's see, moving on. So again, fans, we have a fan here. We have a fan in the bedroom and a fan upstairs in the craft room. Let's go ahead and, whoa, watch out for this wood sticking out. Oh, okay, looks like they do. That's a really cool, nice electrical panel. Let's see, there you go. And again, this is the closet. This will have adjustable shelves and a rod. And we are also waiting for the double sinks. In Japan, that's not much of a thing. Those of us from the United States, it is a thing. And we have become accustomed to that, even though it's my wife and I, but it's just kind of convenient to have two. Let's see, and this is the shower unit has been installed as well, ready to go. I've covered this before, but yeah, basically you just get this this kind of like this capsule type of unit. Pretty efficient as far as has an integrated heater and then like a dehumidifier where you can dry your clothes and everything. That's the purpose of that rod right there, and where you can adjust it over here. So yeah, looking forward to taking showers in this. The one at my current rental house is no heating in there, so it gets a little cold. And right here is where the stackable washer and dryer will go, in this area right here. And you got the connections. And the dryer will be gas, and washer will be obviously electric. And this was our like a folding table and that type of stuff in the laundry room. And so yeah, really nice job. We really, once I saw this wood that they used, it's really nice, really pretty. And right here, there's going to be like a stainless steel sink, and with hot and cold water. The other day, I was dirty as heck, muddy and everything, and going back home, and this would be a perfect place to just kind of take off my clothes and throw them in there and just kind of wash them by hand before putting them in the washer and dryer and ruining that nice new washer and dryer. So Choco was saying, it's like, yeah, that's why we need our sink. Yeah, so yeah, again, I talked about this before, but really impressed with the quality of work. This edition, you couldn't tell that it was an after the fact edition, even from the outside, the way they integrated it. Really good job, really happy. Okay, toilets have been installed as well. So yeah, these I don't want to mess with it too much, but yeah, so it looks like there's even water in there. But yeah, these are the toilets. If you're used to, or you've seen, or you've been to Japan, heated, all that kind of sprays and all that good stuff. And a little shelf, and then in Japan, you always have a little sink. So right here, we bought a sink, and it obviously is not installed yet, but it'll go right here just to wash your hands real quick. To me, I mean, I get it, it makes sense, but it doesn't make much sense to me because they're so small and I don't like splashing water around. So I just walk, a couple feet away into the sink area, but that's how they have it. So, all right, so moving in the bedroom area here. And again, I mean, I can still smell the shikui. The shikui, if you don't know, is this white plaster, right? So this traditional old white plaster made out of like lime plaster and other materials, eggshells, stuff like that, from what I understand. And it's really good for absorbing humidity and CO2 and all kinds of other stuff like that. So our builder, Asahi is the company, but Kayaki-san is his name. That's what his company focuses on healthy living. So that's why everything is bare, untreated, unfinished wood, the shikui walls and that type of stuff, so that it absorbs all that. And there's always chemicals, but that was the whole purpose of it. But I'm not much of a freak. I'm not much of a health freak, even though I probably should. But it was more the looks, the feel, the vibe. We're still keeping the Japanese look, but also little cottage look, and also just comfort. All right. And so yeah, here you go is the loft for our granddaughters. We have a total of 4. 2 live in the States and 2 live here in Japan. Not the most practical as far as getting up there for adults, but hey, fun as heck for kids, right? And then on the other side, well, there's a little cubby entrance over there, and then the other side, there is a larger entrance. Again, recommendation from another subscriber, Steve from Railroad Japan. Check him out. He lives in Nagano. And he converted as an old kominka. Kominka is an old Japanese house, usually built before World War II. I think his is from the late 1800s. And he converted it into a cafe, and he's an Aussie. Really cool guy. But so he recommended that we should have like a bigger entrance. It's like, oh, why didn't I not think about that? And then another subscriber suggested that we should, let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Should have have like a pull down ladder or something like that. And just the day before that, I was actually looking into that. So right here is the bigger entrance, and there'll be some railing right there, but are removable. So yeah, we probably do need some sort of like a ladder that will come straight down here. But I don't want, you know, obviously store-bought ladder, something custom, and then just kind of hook up in there, and that'd be easier. Because ultimately, we're also going to use this as storage, probably in the back area too, for like big boxes and stuff like that, if we don't have room anywhere else. And so the air conditioners are coming, and that is a location for one air conditioner, but we're not putting one there quite yet. The V1, let me go ahead and show you guys. Again, all this is raw, so there's just me a bunch of rambling. So this is the location of one air conditioner, so it'll be up there or somewhere there. I'm not sure where they're gonna put it. That's coming next week too, but that's the location for one air conditioner unit. And then it's a big size one, so hopefully it's big enough to cover this entire area. That is a little bit of a concern of mine, that hopefully it's enough. But between double pane throughout the entire house, insulation over the ceiling, and the wood burning fireplace and stuff like that, hopefully we're able to keep the house warm and cool. And actually, let me go ahead and touch a little bit on the ceiling, because several people have been asking, how do they do that? So basically, they just added insulation and then sheetrock and then shikui over that. Before that, it's, you know, the typical false ceiling, which is, I get it back in the day when there was no insulation, you know, but I mean, it's a shame. You hide all the beautiful woodwork. All right. So here we are in the tatami room. The tatami mats should be coming soon. And then right here is going to be a sliding door, the typical shoji sliding door. My wife saw this type that Asahi Kayaki-san uses, and a real thin slate. It's kind of like the Mount Fuji one over there, like that. And she was just fell in love with that thing. So I was like, okay, fine, let's get it. And then on the other side, we'll have what's called the yukimi, which means you got the snow viewing basically. And then the bottom half slides up, and you can sit there and you can look outside. And so those be installed, and then here too. So basically this area right here, the tatami room, you know, the typical tatami room will be enclosed. But in a way, you know, if we want to extend the bedroom, we can just, you know, open it up and make it a little bit bigger. We're not antisocial, but we usually don't have a lot of company. So, you know, that's no big deal. And if we do have company, we have the casita, that little guest house outside, and they're working on it as well. So I'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's see. So, yeah, this is what they call the engawa. So typical Japanese houses, older Japanese houses, usually, I don't want to say always, but probably usually they will have an engawa. Basically, you're going to have like a gap between the soji and the other, and then it's like a corridor. And sometimes it can wrap around the entire house. But it's a really nice place for the sun to come in. What I plan on doing is, right in the area, and that's why there's two outlets right there, is to have a small desk. Not a big fancy desk, I don't need that. But just a little small desk, and maybe my little YouTube studio. And so yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool, just have it right there, tucked away from the main house, but also looking out to the Japanese garden, which is just gorgeous. I can envision it, the way it's gonna turn out. But there's more to come. Please stay tuned for that. Let's see, what else do I need to talk about? Oh yes, let's go ahead and look upstairs in the craft room. So if you have not watched this before, so Upstairs, there used to be 2 bedrooms and the corridor and all kinds of stuff. And we just turned it into one big room for my wife for her crafts. But let me go ahead and see. This is the little cubby hole that I was talking about for the loft. Not much at all. But you know, you could crawl through here, and then there you go. Look at that. Really cool. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and make it to the craft room. And here you go. Look at this brightness. Isn't this pretty? Yeah. So bright. Plenty of outlets throughout. Some more down here. Wired for cable TV. Japanese cable. And again, double pane windows. Track lighting facing where like a craft table would be. In addition to that, there's a little outlet right there for the craft table. And then right here on the left, my wife has like a L-shaped sewing machine table, and it'll go right there, right there. And then right here, she's gonna put like a recliner and her TV over there, so she can sit there and recline and watch TV with a fan right above her. And I talked about it on the other channel. Is if you're wondering what that is right there, so that's when they build a house in Japan. They always have like a Shinto or Buddhist ceremony, and that's they do that, and then they place it above the false ceiling. So that was covered all these years. But eventually, we're gonna take it off. And actually, Choco, she was telling me the other day, you didn't ask them to take it off? I was like, no, I forgot. And anyway, so, but yeah, we're gonna take that off. And then the other toilet. Right here, this toilet has been installed too. So originally the house only had one toilet. So just one toilet so that she doesn't have to keep going up and down. All right, let me go ahead and walk on out to the casita, but let's go ahead and peek from here. I'm trying to find the best view. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so that's we call it casita, the guest house. The same style, windows, big windows, door. The door is kind of it is a sliding door. That's what that mechanism right there. Choco saw one, and that's what she said. I want that. I was like, okay. Those big windows resemble the windows downstairs, which is really cool because eventually I'm gonna put like a little a deck there, so yeah, you could just open it and just sit out there too. Same on both ends. And right there where the porta potty is at, I'm going to put like a fire pit. I'm gonna clean up the back over there and put like a little, maybe like a solo fire pit, whatever they're called, or smokeless, but there's no such thing as smokeless, right? But put one right there, and I think it'd be really cool. So, people, if we have company, we can all kind of gather out there, come out from the main house. And this little building right here is like a little storage shed, but it's really well built. It's cinder block. It does have a little leak. You kind of see right there on the top of the tiles there, they have been moved, or they kind of slid off. So I need to fix that, but I'm gonna tackle that myself. But I'm gonna turn that into my little man cave. We did add more electricity to it. It only had one outlet and one light, so we added more so that I could go there and tinker and do my thing. So that's my man cave. So if you're feeling sorry for me because my wife has this gorgeous place, please don't. And then plus I have the garage down there too. And the garage did not have electricity. The electricity has been ran. It does not have doors, but we are going to install the doors. It's kind of sort of, I have a quote, an estimate for it, but I haven't pulled the plug yet. I told my wife, let's get pass through this, please. And then I said, okay, let's do the doors. Yeah, so let's go ahead and walk down to the casita real quick. I'm just gonna keep on rolling, and so if it gets long, my apologies. Heck, if you're still watching, kudos to you. Again, this is just a bunch of rambling, but some people might want to see the, you know, uncut, so you can see the real deal. I mean, I just always try to cover the real deal, so I just want to respect people's time. All right, so let's go ahead and put on my shoes. And if you're wondering why, you know, these shoes are here, is because the workers, they have, it's a Japanese thing, they have work shoes that for the inside the house, right? So these shoes, they don't use them outside. They only use them inside the house. My previous job, it was like kind of a construction in the Japanese environment, and they will give you little booties every time you go visit and check out the construction site. They'll give you booties, or you walk around barefoot in the middle of the construction. All right, like I talked about before, why I'm here, let's go ahead and talk about it, is the Japanese garden. Or like a friend told me, isn't a Japanese garden just a garden? It's like smarty pants. Yeah, so again, Steve, thank you very much for the ideas. This is electrical for the floodlights for the Japanese garden. So I put one there, over there where the green tape is at, and another one right there, and all 4 lights will be coming up, and then maybe probably shining into the lantern. Eventually, I think I'm gonna move that lantern to there. What I'm thinking about doing, man, this is getting long, I'm sorry. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna put one of those water fountains, gosh, I can't remember the name right now, but it's bamboo, and then it fills up and it comes up and down, and the name escapes me right now. I would really love to have koi fish and everything here, but I just don't want that burden. So put the black material to keep the weeds from growing, then cover it with white decorative rocks, and then in the middle right there is where I have the little water fountain, and maybe kind of make it come down big. So over there you can tell that there was water flowing through here, and just kind of do it in there. But I do want the water sound and when the bamboo water fountain drops up and down. All right, let's go ahead and check out the guest house. I'm not gonna walk in there. So again, shoes. So it's already been covered, all this right here, but yeah, so the floor is done. They're getting ready to do the sheetrock, and then the shikui, and then install the toilet and the shower, and then it's gonna have the same, basically the same look and feel as the main house. Yeah, nothing too, you know, it's not too big, not too small. It's the size of a hotel room, well, Japanese hotel room, so not bad. All right, let me just go ahead and show. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Yeah, I mean, they're just a bunch of construction material. And then future plans right here, I'm gonna turn this into a outdoor kitchen area. I already got the smoker. I wanna learn how to smoke meat. And this is the outside of the pantry. Really nice work. Beautiful. I mean, you can't even tell that it was in addition to the house. And there's a laundry room back there, and the heater units, water heater. And you can rent these units, is what you can rent them or buy them, and we rent them right here. All right, folks, this is going on 30 minutes now, so let me go ahead and stop now. All right, so if you like what you see, please hit subscribe, and follow us and share and all that good stuff. And if you made it this far, much appreciated. All right, thank you, bye.